from the factory without issue. They'll be fitted to the car in time for the next session.
That's that chassis upgrade. Lovely. Fantastic. Welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez here in Mexico City for the Mexican Grand Prix, where Toro Rosso could claim their first ever Constructors Championship. Just got to finish, what we got to get, 32 points over the weekend. Well, if we win, that's half the job done. There's the, now, qualifying could be interesting. We've got some rain on the way. That's going to be interesting, to say the very least. There's our contract. We're currently smashing it. We got the last two ultimate downforce upgrades coming for Brazil and Abu Dhabi. There's our chassis upgrade. We are now ahead of Mercedes in the chassis department. Not too far in front of the Red Bull. That's the only thing keeping Red Bull competitive, is that chassis. Because they have one of the best chassis on the grid. And that is no lie. And that is also no BS. And let me do that right there to try and make it a little better for us. So that's coming in for Brazil. The other one's coming in for Abu Dhabi. We will have the best aero package on the grid. Not the best engine, though, because that belongs to Williams and Sauber, who are beating us. So, like I said, there's our gearbox. We've got to have this to the end of the season now. Oh no, we get a fresh one for Abu Dhabi. Yes, we get a fresh gearbox for Abu Dhabi. So, we won the championship at Russia. So, Sergio Perez, second, then Charles Leclerc, Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo, Sergei Sorokin and Pierre Gasly, and Lewis Hamilton round out your top 10. We can win the Constructors if we outscore First India don't outscore us by 34 points. We win the Constructors Championship. For Toro Rosso, and what an achievement that would be for ourselves and for Franz Tost as well. He'd stick it right up Christian Horner's rear end, that's for sure. And I do believe there's only one car that's now left to score, and that's the Haas of Roman Grosjean, because Sainz scored in COTA. Thanks to that lucky virtual safety car. I think that virtual safety car changed the game. And changed the game for the better. So we're going to head off and get practice around Mexico. Then we're going to get qualified, and we'll see you guys for the race weekend.
Formula One may have been absent from Mexico for 23 years, but after 2015's triumphant return, it was as if we'd never been away. In Mexico, a Grand Prix is more than just a race. It's a celebration of speed and of bravery. There's nothing quite like the atmosphere in the stadium today. They'll be drowning out the cars with their noise as they make their way through on lap 1. We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6-mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Poole. What a season they've had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off with the title already in the bag.
It really is well-deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lance Stroll lines up on pole position, and Poole completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Bottas, Pierre Gasly, and Hamilton, Ericsson, Verstappen, Ocon, and Sergei Sorokin, Magnussen, Vettel, Nico Hülkenberg, and Leclerc, Grosjean, Sainz, Kimi Raikkonen, and Daniel Ricciardo. Van Dorn and Fernando Alonso starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, we've already won the championship, so relax and enjoy this race.
Well, we may have won the Drivers' Championship, but we've not won the Constructors yet. We've got to win that first. So, P2, qualifying 3 was in the rain, and Lance Stroll completely outdid. I think it was a miracle we even was second. So for some reason we're going on the Hypersoft tyre, And I've got a feeling that won't last very long, and then it's onto the ultra softs later. Yeah, the hyper soft doesn't last very long around this circuit, I must admit. I am tempted to go with the super soft, but it looks like that doesn't last a long time in this conditions either, which is a bit of a pain in the rear. So it looks like we'll keep it as it was. Excuse me. Keep it as it was with the Hypersoft and the Ultrasoft. It should be a good race. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with Lance Stroll and Sergei Sorokin in this race, and certainly Perez as well. So let's see what happens. Let's get racing, and let's do this, folks. Alright then, so here we go with the running of the Mexican Grand Prix. 5 red lights are out, and lights out, and away we go, and well, that's not a bad start, but look at my man Gasly with a start. 4 wide almost down the main straight here. Cars are on the grass, we're all over the place. Looks like Stroll's going to maintain the lead as we go into turn 1. Little bump on Sergio Perez. I think that was Sergio Perez to stop him from overtaking us, and that's Pierre Gasly in P4. We're going to have the Force India all over our back bumper, side by side down into turn 3. If it is Perez, we better have a escort on standby ready to get us out of the track, because no doubt they'll... So, a bit wide out of turn 4, 5. That's someone's going to want to kill us. If that is Perez right behind us, it is Perez behind us. Someone's going to want to have to restrain Gasly as well as we go through the fast S section. Lance Stroll out in the lead, followed by Sergio Perez, Pierre Gasly. I believe that's Valtteri Bottas, P5. Into the stadium section. Listen to the crowd. The crowd are on their feet. If you've never ever been to the Mexican Grand Prix, they are rip the cone. Rip that cone. That cone didn't even last 1 lap. Sorry, mate. I wish we could help you out, but we really can't. As Stroll goes over the line, and we've got Pierre Gasly and Sergio Perez here. Pierre takes Sergio Perez here. He's going to need an escort to get out the track in one piece. He's going to go for the move around the outside. That Honda pushing Pierre Gasly through. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to have the inside for turn 2. Go on, Pierre! Will the Hypersoft last out? He's going to still go side by side down into turn 4. You got lovely shot Valtteri Bottas. We're looking at the wrong car here. Move Gasly down to P3 and get the security on standby, because he's going to need it with Perez trying to get out of this circuit. Whoa, that was interesting. We've got so it's a Toro Rosso 2-3 at the moment. My ex-teammate Lance Stroll in front of us as we cut the corner there. Quite rightly, we get a warning for that, but coming into the stadium section at the end of the lap, look at how close we are to Lance Stroll. Will we get him with DRS down into turn... Well, no, we won't have DRS. I do apologise, because the activation point is right there, very wide in the Peralta corner. Well, sorry, it's Nigel Mansell now, I should say.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Behind him, not quite close enough for a go on DRS as we go to Carlos Sainz with Sebastian Vettel in front of him. That's for P15. And here's how much that Ferrari's struggling, and that Renault has come alive this season. Move Sainz into P15. Will Sebastian hold it around the outside? He'll try to, but Sainz has got his man. And move him up into P15. Ahead of Sebastian Vettel as Lewis Hamilton. No, that's Kimi Räikkönen. Sorry, he's out to go Vettel as well. Excuse you, coming through. And that is Räikkönen up into P16, ahead of his 4-time teammate, champion of the world. Meanwhile, we are gaining and gaining on Lance Stroll. He's gone to the inside. That was a bit brave there, Lance, as we go into the stadium section. We're right on Lance Stroll's rear as we go into the Nigel Mansell corner, and now out of it and up to start lap number 4. Excuse me, that was from the cherry coke I had to make sure my voice makes it through this race. As we go down to the first corner, DRS is going to pull us through into the lead. Thank you. Bottas. It's Valtteri Bottas with Sergio Perez for P4. Get more security on standby. That's Mercedes on Mercedes violence. Valtteri Bottas into P4 ahead of Sergio Perez. And Perez is going backwards for some reason as we go to Stoffel Van Dorn. He's going to have Fernando Alonso all over his rear. Look at that. And then two Renaults side by side. No, actually that's Van Dorn passing Vettel. Alonso's going to come through as well. That's going to feel sweet if he gets that. Move Van Dorn into P17. And have we moved Alonso into P18? Yes, we have. What a move by the two Renault cars, taking advantage of Sebastian Vettel. For some reason, he's going the wrong way, back that way. Alonso defending like mad against Vettel, and he will retain P18. We've got action all over the track. We haven't even got started yet. We haven't even got to the point where these Hypersofts are going to fall off like a madman. As we still have Lance Stroll in close attendance. He's 1.6 behind as we come into the stadium section. Through the stadium. Look at that. That is beautiful. A beautiful, beautiful sight.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
I also forgot today is the day we can win the Constructors Championship. I keep forgetting about that Constructors Championship, man. But with us in P1 and Gasly in P3, this should be a foregone conclusion. As we go to Sergio Perez again, Marcus Ericsson might be the next guy that needs security. Getting out of the circuit, because Perez is going backwards, and he's going backwards very quickly, folks. Move Perez down to P6, Ericsson up into P5. As we go to, who is that? That is Verstappen with Kevin Magnussen for P9. It's not Magnussen that needs points, it's Grosjean that needs the points. And round up into P9 will go Verstappen. Leclerc's coming through as well for P10. But will he hang him out to dry? Yes, Magnussen's going to hang him out to dry. It's going to be side by side between the two down to the turn 4. And Leclerc has got his man. Oh, look at that. Hulkenberg's out a stab there. Oh, but look at that. The Toro Rosso, the Renaults and the Haas's were in formation there. Renault Haas. Oh, that's a kick in the Haas, if you ask me, as we come out of the Nigel Mansell corner to start lap number 6. I've got a feeling with how close Sirotkin was to Sergio Perez. Sirotkin maybe next to need some security. Getting out of the circuit, Perez is going backwards for some reason. I don't know if it's just the Hypersoft tyres are not working, or if he has a problem that no one knows about. But that is Sirotkin up into P7 with the greatest of ease. Although Perez is going to try and hang him out to dry. If he's got traction, Sirotkin, he'll stay there as we go. Yes, he has. He got the traction and he'll move himself out to P7. Perez is going to try and retain there as Ocon thinks about going his teammate. Oh, that's brave, Ocon. That's your teammate. I wouldn't be trying that if I was you. You might want to stay back where you are. It's a lot safer back there. Oh, sorry, that was for P6, Sirotkin on Perez, not P7. As we come to the stadium section, the Hypersofts do seem to be lasting, and that's not something you do say around Mexico, because the Hypersofts are horrible tyres. Thank God they're getting rid of it next year, and it's just going to be soft, medium, and hard. Although the durability of the soft, no one will know about, because they're going to bring a different soft compound. It'll still be soft, medium, hard through all the 21 races. But they're going to be different compounds of soft, medium and hard each time. As we go to Perez and Ocon for P7. And now Perez has got DRS, but Ocon's got DRS as well off the pair of them. And he's going to have a look around the outside of his teammate. Get the security ready for Ocon. He's known for having to go at a teammate. Go on around the outside. No, he's going to stick it with him. Perez is going to keep P7 for the moment. But here comes Ocon. You got Hamilton in close attendance. Oh, they almost took each other off. They're free wide into turn 5. Perez, Ocon and Hamilton. And it looks like they're going to retain formation there. We got Verstappen. We got Leclerc interested. Actually, no, that's Ricky Rocket, the Honey Badger. My potential teammate next season. Ocon past Perez in the S's as Hamilton goes side by side with him, and he's going to be pushed out as well. That is naughty and rude by Ocon. There are pieces of car flying everywhere. As who we got here? That's Magnussen and Leclerc behind Hamilton. Hamilton's just got past Perez in the stadium section, right in front of the Mexican fans. That's not going to do him any favours in trying to get out of this circuit in one piece. I tell you who might need to get out of this circuit in one piece. Kevin Magnussen got Leclerc right behind. He might be taken by Grosjean as well. We go down the front straight. We're going to go 3 wide between the two Haas's and the Sauber. He's thinking about it. He's Grosjean. He's going to stay behind Leclerc and move Kevin Magnussen up into whatever position that's going to be, because no one even knows. They're still side by side down to turn 4. It's not over this. What a race. It's all kicking off and we haven't even got started. As we see, there goes Hamilton, Perez, Ricciardo. No, that's Verstappen, sorry. I don't know. That's one of the Red Bulls. It's one of them. We haven't got a clue which one. There goes Leclerc up past Magnussen, and he almost got done by Grosjean.
Good job.
Oh, you remember us? Hello. Oh, it's time to pit, I think. Magnussen Leclerc was for P11. We're just being told in our ear as we come into the stadium section, and it's going to be a pit stop for the Toro Rosso #1. And here we come. Is Stroll going to follow us in? No, he's not. He's going to go one extra lap. So let's see if we can get an absolute stormer of a stop here, gentlemen. I want to see if we can get out in front of this nonce that's trying to hunt us down here. Great stop from the Force India boys. We're onto the Ultra Softs. Sorry, they're the Force India boys. They're the Toro Rosso boys. What am I doing? I haven't changed teams yet. So where are we? We're going to be last, I think. That's I think that's Sebastian Vettel coming out to our side. For some reason, the Mexican directors give us the nose cam. Yes, we've come out in front of Sebastian Vettel in P9, so we've actually not lost that many positions. The field's a bit strung out here at Mexico City. It's Stroll leading from Gasly with Leclerc. There you got, who's that white dot? That white road dot. Who is that white road dot? There's a road dot in front of oh, it's Sorokin, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot Sergei Sorokin's up there. Here comes Lance Stroll for his pit stop. He'll change onto the Ultra Soft tyres. He'll find out that what he did was a big mistake as Gasly comes in as well. Let's see if Stroll can do a jump on Gasly. He's held. Well done, Pierre. He held him perfectly. Unfortunately, Pierre's just been held as the Sauber comes in of Marcus Ericsson. Ericsson, not Leclerc. And there goes us. That was pretty easy. So we've retained the lead, and we've got a hell of a gap as well. What a gap that is. That's some gap that we've opened up there. It looks like Gasly's going to retain P3. Bottas is up into P4. Where the hell did Bottas come from? As we go to, that's Perez. Whoa, look at the speed differential. He got past that Red Bull with the greatest of ease. He's going to have a go at Magnussen here for P13. Who is that? In fact, he's still being attacked by that Red Bull. I think that's Daniel Ricciardo. Or is that Max Verstappen? I can't tell from this point. It's Ricciardo, sorry, yes, for P15. Vettel's going to have a go at Ricciardo. And he's going to get Ricky Rocket, the Honey Badger, my potential new teammate for next season. No, he's not. Round the outside, the superior traction in that Red Bull sorts him back into P15. As we come into the Nigel Mansell corner on
right, the car behind
10.
has come in to put on the Ultra Soft tyre.
Wow, it's
that's the car behind, now on the Ultra Softs.
It's all going rather nicely at the moment as far as kicking off is concerned. That's all we need. All we need to happen is we run very deep in the first corner. It's going to compromise turn 2. It might give Stroll a bit of a look at gaining closer. But one thing I did find, certainly through practice, this car was lightning on the Ultra Softs. more quicker than it was on the Hypersofts, and that's saying something, because that Hypersoft is a very fast tyre. As we go into turn 6, turn 7, the first stadium section, now down to turn 8. We're going to bung it into standard, try and save some ERS and try and save some fuel as well, through 8 and 9, 10, now through 11, 12, just over the curve. 13 is, well, that's hardly there. As we go to Roman Grosjean with Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Grosjean's retiring. Oh, that's a big shunt. That's a wing flying off.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC
looks like
ending.
that's
Wait for green.
ending right now as we get up to some semblance of racing speed, and it looks like we've got a bit of a jump on Stroll there. As we go to, who is this? That's Daniel Ricciardo taking Kevin Magnussen for P14. Well, no, it won't be for P. Yeah, it will be for P14, won't it? No, it'd be for P13, 12. It'll be for P something. Who knows? As we see, now who is that? Is that Leclerc? Yes, that's Leclerc with Max Verstappen right behind him. Two of the young guns that are going to be fighting for a championship next season. Big lock-up into turn 4 and move Verstappen into P10 with the greatest of ease. As we, well, this is us. We're just trundling along nicely here. Oh, look at that! That's Grosjean trundling around in the middle of the track out of the fast S's. What's he doing? Wake up there, Roman. He must have some kind of puncture, because he wouldn't be trundling back to the pit lane if that's slow. But we have put him a lap down as well. That's useful. As we go over the line, Stroll's now about a
We're not going to be able to
second and a
run
half
in this
behind
engine
us.
mode much
He is
longer. We're about a
really
lap
gaining.
over target.
Yeah,
Drop
we're not going to be
down
able to
mix
run in
too
this
soon.
engine mode much longer. I know that, but I have to use the engine mode to make sure that the douche Canadian behind me doesn't get anywhere. There's been a lot of wings flying everywhere in this race. We've got Hamilton on. I think that's why Perez was flying down the order, because he lost his rear wing somewhere. May have been in the first lap, I don't know. As we go to Sergio Perez, the man in question. He's fighting Kimi Raikkonen for P12. That's going to be the greatest speed. Look at that. He's got his rear wing. He's got his wing fixed. He's back up to racing speed. And that is P12 for the Mexican. Will he try and regain some semblance of pride in front of his home fans as we head to the stadium section for the 13th time? And you can see Stroll is really on our case now. This big slide. This Toro Rosso may be fast, but my God, it's still weak compared to that Mercedes in that Williams. Here we go into overtake mode. Oh, he thought about a move, but he's not going to. As we go to Sergio Perez, he's going to pass Charles Leclerc now for P11. That's not usually where you see a pass into the stadium section. The crowd will go nuts when they see that on the screen. I think they have gone completely nuts. As we now we're out of turn 3 here. We've got Stroll literally all over our rear end as Leclerc's starting to go backwards now. Oh, sorry, is that Leclerc? Is that it? No, that is Leclerc. So this is for P12. Any moment now, you should see Raikkonen on our right-hand side flying through. He's not flown through just yet. There he goes. Move him into P12. I think Leclerc has a problem with his wing now. Take a breather, folks, because we ain't going anywhere. Something just flew off the Sauber then. I haven't a clue what that was. Oh, I got something on the inside. Oh, I've got a fucking thingy on the inside. That's not going to help me out any favours. As we go into the stadium section. And now to the Nigel Mansell corner for the 14th time. Around the last corner, and Stroll is literally right on our rear wing for some reason. Here we go. It's going to be Lance Stroll and myself down to turn number 1. Side by side almost. The Williams with that Mercedes power has got some grunt, but he's not quite got enough grunt as we go into turn 1, still in the lead. And now through turn 2, he's going to have another go into turn 4 if he gets the traction down, and he will get the traction down. He's got DRS as well. We'll offer him the outside of the corner. Oh, he's just hit us! What on earth? Another wing goes flying everywhere. That Canadian is an absolute menace. Another look at that one. So he's got DRS. We've got to take the line. He was nowhere near. He went for a lunge when he was nowhere near. He's lost his... You can see the damage on the left side of his wing. That is incredible. How very dare you. As we see Leclerc getting passed by Magnussen for P13. Ricciardo's not too far behind him. In fact, that is Ricciardo, sorry, for P13. Get ready to move Ricky Rocket up above the plucky young Monegasque driver. And that'll be job done. Oh, not quite. Leclerc's coming back. Magnussen's going to pass Ricciardo now. Oh, big lock up into turn 4. That might be another rear wing, front wing getting destroyed. As he goes in turn 6, turn 7. And will Haas have that superior traction advantage? No, it won't. Ricky Rocket's going to try and hustle him into turn 8. They're still side by side going through turn 9 and 10. Now Ricky Rocket's got P14 coming into down towards the stadium section. What the hell was Lance Stroll playing at?
There's 3 laps
Lance
of fuel
Stroll,
remaining.
since I left the team, has just been an absolute calamity. Get him out of that team, that's all I can say. But now it's a Toro Rosso 1-2. The Constructors Championship wasn't over already. It's over now as we go to Ricky Rocket with Kevin Magnussen. Or is that Grosjean? No, sorry, that's Grosjean unlapping himself from Verstappen. That Haas has still got some speed. Move him, well, don't move him anywhere actually. Now here comes Ricky Rocket with Kevin Magnussen and Sebastian Vettel right behind him for P14. What you going to do, Ricky Rocket? Are you going to be a douche or are you going to... Oh, that was easy by Magnussen. And that was just as easy by Vettel, who's nearly got into the back of Magnussen. Wasn't really paying attention much there, were you? For a 4-time champion of the world. Open your eyes there.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this
I tell you
energy.
what, we're going to need a break after this one. We're going to need something because this is just utter chaos. Utter chaos. As we come to the Nigel Mansell corner for the penultimate, start the penultimate lap of the Mexican Grand Prix. We have just been the absolute class. So it's a 1-2. If we could bring this home for the Toro Rosso team, that would just cement the Constructors Championship for us, which is what we needed. We almost get on the grass going into turn 1. Here comes Valtteri Bottas. He's having a think about a move on Pierre Gasly. Will he get the job done into turn? Don't you dare. He's going to need more than security when I get hold of him. Valtteri Bottas into P2. Where the hell's this speed come from the plucky Finn? He was absolutely nowhere as we go back to... who is that? That is Sorokin? I haven't a clue who that is. That's Sorokin and Ocon for P5. So I hadn't even got a clue Sorokin was still in this race. Usually he's a Williams. He's absolutely trounced his own car by now. Oh, big lock up into turn 4. Back to Sebastian Vettel. He's going to have a go at Kevin Magnussen down into turn 1. See you later, bye-bye. That's P14 for and a bit of contact from Kevin Magnussen. Vettel's not going to appreciate. I think he didn't appreciate that. I saw a hand go up there. That'll be the internationally recognised hand gesture of disapproval to the plucky Dane from the 4-time champion of the world. As we go back to Gasly. Go on, Pierre. Go have a go with him. Go have a go. You're kidding. What a race Gasly's had, and his engine has let him down. You utter... Who installed that engine? I want him fired. Preferably quickly as well before I get back to the pit lane. I will punch their lights out.
This is your final lap.
Oh, dear
final
me.
lap of the
Come
race.
start the last lap. That is just tough luck for Charles Leclerc. And that's the second time that's happened this season. I can't remember where it was originally when he was in a strong position and retired from the race. I think it may have been Germany. I'm not entirely sure. But that... No, well, it was Spa, I remember. He was... he had that big problem, as we see. Who's that? Is that Leclerc passing Raikkonen for P9? It is. That was easy. That was easy as you like there for the Monegasque driver who's replacing Kimi Raikkonen in the Ferrari next season. I tell you what, wouldn't it just be hilarious if because they've swapped teams as we go to Magnussen still fighting with Sebastian Vettel for P14. Wouldn't it just be hilarious if they swap teams, and they have, and Raikkonen outperformed Leclerc in a Sauber? Wouldn't that just be hilarious? That would be the funniest thing ever, because they put all this faith in Charles Leclerc, and it's all going to be for nothing. Anyway, still side by side of Vettel and Magnussen into turn 4. Big lock up for Magnussen. He's going to have the corner for turn 5. They're still side by side going into the staging section. Vettel's got a nose. Will he have the traction as well? Yes, he will. Finally get Vettel into P14 as we go to what might be the final pass of the race that we see is Sainz with Alonso. Here comes Stoffel Van Dorn as well. That's I think that's basically for last of the runners, I should say, because Grosjean's still out there, and move the two McLarens past the Renault for whatever position that might be. But it's time to close the book on the Mexican Grand Prix, and what a Mexican Grand Prix it has been as we come into the stadium section for the final time. The fireworks already going off in the Mexican colours through the Nigel Mansell corner. It's going to be another victory for the Toro Rosso team, and more importantly, they're going to get their first ever Constructors' Championship as well. P1, baby! Kiss the badge. Mwah.
A great win then for the Toro Rosso team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And look at this, they're coming out now. Toro Rosso have developed something of a reputation for forging exciting talent, and we can see that here. An incredible victory. Poole increases their championship lead. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I think it's got to be Kimi Raikkonen. He's not always spectacular, but he quietly gets the job done. And that's the case today.
On to the Constructors then. And what a season it's been for Toro Rosso, who reached the pinnacle of greatness here today by finally claiming the World Constructors title. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Whew, I think we deserve that Constructors' Championship this year. It is P1 just ahead of Valtteri Bottas for the Mercedes team. Marcus Ericsson got P3 in the end. Sorokin, Ocon, Verstappen, Perez finished 7th after all of that. Got past Lance Stroll without me seeing there. Leclerc and Raikkonen, your last points positions. Grosjean 2 laps down. Look at that. Gasly. What a heartbreak now. We were on for a 1-2 and Gasly got... What the hell happened to Hamilton? Oh, of course, he was involved in that incident with Grosjean, wasn't he? So, oof, dear me. Wings flying everywhere. I think we're going to have to go back and fetch all them wings. But in the meantime, let's go see that Scottish minx, because no doubt she's going to want to say, good day today.
Good day today.
Tell us what a good day today.
It doesn't get much better than a win at
Not
this
really.
track, does it?
Especially when everyone else was fucking up around me. Excuse me. So yeah, let's compliment the durability of the car.
Another podium. You must be getting used to it.
I certainly am getting used to it now. And we have to thank the power unit for that, because the power unit has just been absolute mega.
It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations,
Yes.
isn't it?
You are. I am experiencing. That's easy for me to say. But you should expect more.
It was more like dodgems than
You're
Formula
right.
1 today, wasn't it?
It was absolute clowns out there with that Williams and that Force India, but apparently I hit a Mercedes as well.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Don't believe I did hit a Mercedes personally. Look at that, it's a whitewash. It's a whitewash. And a thoroughly deserved whitewash as well. Don't think we'll be able to do an upgrade quite, but we'll do that. We have won the Constructors' Championship for Toro Rosso.
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium.
You got a high five, Pierre. Pierre, high five. High five, Pierre. Git. So, I'm thoroughly convinced we can't. Yeah, it's too much on that one. And they're too much as well, so... Gotta save these resource points, unfortunately. Okie dokie. So that's fine. We can do that. We got that coming from Brazil. That's all well and good. Everything's looking good there. And there is the confirmation that we have taken the drivers and constructors for Toro Rosso. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the Mexican Grand Prix. Leave a like if you did. It does help me out a ton. And until next time round into Lagos, take care. And we will see you guys later on.